All right, welcome back. We've dug through everything we could find on the Grand Theft Auto the 6 launch platforms, PS5, Xbox Series X, and the rumored PS5 Pro.
Yep. Launching May 26, 2026 still feels far away.
It does, but people need to plan, so our mission today, cut through the noise and help you figure out the best platform based on performance, controller feel, the whole ecosystem.
And crucially, this isn't just, which one has the slightly bigger number on paper. It's about what you actually care about most.
Exactly. The trade-offs.
Okay, so let's jump in. The performance numbers. The TFLO Xbox Series X has 12, PS5 has 10.3. On paper, Xbox wins, right?
Right, that's the headline people see.
But for GTA 6,
Yeah.
it's probably not the deciding factor. The sources we've seen really hammer home how much the Rage engine leans on the CPU.
Yeah, that makes sense. Think about it, managing all those people walking around, the complex AI for the NPCs, the physics for cars, boats, everything. In a world as big as Leonida, that's CPU heavy.
Insanely CPU heavy. We're talking about a deep simulation running constantly.
Mm-hmm.
So that GPU advantage the Series X has, it kind of gets neutralized by the CPU being the bottleneck.
So because of that CPU load, and because Rockstar is clearly pushing visuals, hard think ray trace global illumination, that RTGI stuff.
Which looks incredible, but needs serious power.
Right. So the consensus seems to be, look, both the standard PS5 and the Xbox Series X are likely aiming for a locked 30 frames per second.
Yeah, sadly. For stability, for maintaining that simulation depth, 30 FPS seems like the target to keep everything smooth and consistent without sacrificing the world's detail.
Okay, so if 30 is the baseline for the standard consoles, what about people who really want more frames? That brings us to the wild card.
The PlayStation 5 Pro. Now, this is still based on leaks and rumors, we should say.
Absolutely, nothing official yet.
But the specs being talked about somewhere around, 16.5 TFLOPS, that's a significant jump in GPU power.
Enough of a jump, potentially, to break that 30 FPS barrier.
Exactly. The thinking is the Pro will be the only console at launch offering a path to 60 frames per second, probably through a dedicated performance mode.
And this is a big, but it won't just be raw power achieving that 60 FPS, will it?
No, almost certainly not at native resolution. We'd expect it to lean heavily on advanced upscaling. Sony's own tech, PSSR PlayStation Spectral Resolution, is the likely candidate.
So it uses AI and clever rendering tricks to reconstruct the image to look like 4K, even if it's not rendering all those pixels natively, allowing for the higher frame rate.
Precisely. So if you're a performance purist, if 60 FPS is non-negotiable for you in GTA 6, the Pro looks like your only bet at launch. Just know it comes with that reliance on upscaling tech.
Okay, moving beyond just frame rates, architecture matters too, right? Especially storage speed in these huge open worlds.
Oh, absolutely. And this is where the PS5 has a clear architectural edge on paper. Its SSD can read data at about 5.5 gigabytes per second.
Compared to the Xbox Series X at 2.4 gigabytes.
Right, less than half the raw speed. Now, developers use tricks to hide loading, but in a game where you can go from walking pace to, flying a stolen jet across the map in seconds,
that speed difference could actually matter.
It could mean less noticeable pop-in, where textures or objects suddenly appear in the distance. It could mean faster loading of those super high-res assets as you blast through the world. It just helps keep things feeling seamless.
Interesting. Okay, let's talk about the thing you actually hold, the controllers. Very different philosophies here.
Totally different. You've got the PS5's DualSense with all its fancy haptics and adaptive triggers.
Which could be amazing for immersion, right? Feeling the road texture, different recoil for each gun.
Could be. The potential is huge. But, and it's a big but, it relies entirely on Rockstar really putting in the effort to implement it well. It's not guaranteed. They might just do the basics.
So it's high risk, high reward on the immersion front.
Pretty much.
Right.
Versus the Xbox controller.
Which is just comfortable, reliable. It's arguably the peak of traditional controller design, ergonomically speaking.
No fancy haptics, but for long play sessions. It's incredibly comfortable, familiar, just a solid, safe bet. If you prioritize comfort over potential, maybe experimental immersion, Xbox wins there.
Okay, last big piece. The ecosystem and potential deals.
Right. And there are very strong rumors, lots of chatter about a marketing partnership between Sony and Rockstar for GTA 6.
You've seen this before with Rockstar games.
We have. If that holds true, PlayStation becomes the sort of strategic choice.
Yeah.
You'd expect things like console bundles featuring the game, maybe some timed exclusive GTA Online content, perhaps early access to betas or something.
So if getting that potential extra stuff matters to you, or you just want the platform getting the main marketing push, PlayStation, either standard or pro, seems like the safer strategic bet.
And we should quickly mention Game Pass. Great service, amazing value.
Love Game Pass.
But for this specific game at launch, GTA 6 is a massive, full-priced third-party title. Game Pass offers zero direct advantage for buying GTA 6 on day one. Don't factor it into this decision.
Good point. Okay, let's wrap it up. The takeaways seem pretty clear depending on what you value most.
Yeah, boil it down. If 60 FPS is your absolute must-have, you need to be looking at the PS5 Pro. It's likely the only option at launch.
If you lean towards maximum potential immersion with the controller, or you're playing the odds on strategic partnerships and potential timed content, then the PS5, standard or pro, makes sense.
And if your top priority is just pure, proven ergonomic comfort for those long GTA sessions, and you're okay with a rock-solid 30 FPS, the Xbox Series X is a perfectly powerful and reliable choice.
But here's the final thought, the one that might trump everything we just talked about.
Yes, the social factor.
Exactly. GTA Online. If crossplay between PlayStation and Xbox isn't available right at launch, or if it's delayed,
Which honestly is a real possibility.
then all this talk about TFLOPS, SSD speeds, haptics, it might not matter one bit. Your decision could just come down to where are your friends going to be playing?
Because GTA is, for many, a social game, first and foremost. That social pull could easily outweigh any technical advantage one platform might have over the other. Something to really think about.